If you are trying to drastically improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill, it's time to change your settings immediately here in Modern Warfare 2 Season 3. In this video, we're going to be going over all of the new best settings that are going to completely transform your gameplay. If that sounds good to you, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. Stay up to date with any and all best settings as well as class setups. All right, as you guys can see here, I am playing with an Xbox Elite controller on PC, and I have one paddle on the back set up for jumping. But do not fear, these settings are gonna work no matter what controller you guys are playing with. Now we're gonna go to the button layout, which is gonna be very important. We are running tactical. Tactical is gonna be the absolute best button layout to use no matter what controller you are playing with. Tactical is gonna allow us to remap that crouch as well as melee button. So all we have to do is press down on the right thumbstick to go from crouch to prone, and by switching to tactical, we can stay aimed down sight, and we're gonna be able to get in and out of cover a lot easier, staying alive and securing that MGB nuke. This is gonna be crucial in Modern Warfare 2 because the most important thing is making plays, staying alive, and winning those games. Now, what we're also going to be going over is going to be the controller vibration. This is going to be a setting you guys want to either turn off or keep it on if you like it. Personally, if you guys are struggling with your aim and accuracy at longer ranges, because I know that's where a lot of people are falling short, I turned vibration off, so there is little to no stick play when actually going ahead and getting in those long range gunfights. The vibration can throw you off. It did with me when I first started to go ahead and actually identify the issue with my accuracy at longer ranges. And since I've turned it off, I literally have had no reason to turn it back on. So definitely go ahead and adjust that setting if you haven't already. Now, I am playing on a 6 horizontal as well as a 6 vertical. This is gonna be the absolute maximum sensitivity setting you guys want to play on when trying to improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill in this game. Now, if you are on the absolute beginning stages of trying to figure out and identify the issues with aiming at longer ranges, I recommend you guys starting at a 4.4 and moving up to a 6.6. This is going to give you the ability to not only turn on players at close ranges if you actually want to be able to still do those things, which I know some of us like to, but you're going to have accuracy when you need it as well as that movement when you need that also. So it's going to be a win-win here. We have the best of both worlds, close range as well as long range. Now, to compensate for the increased sensitivity, again, 6 is going to be the max I recommend. We are going to be reducing down that ADS sensitivity in multiplayer to 0.75. This is 1 by default, and I highly recommend you guys going ahead and reducing this to 0.75 if you want to improve your aim, action, and gun skill at those longer ranges. This is a massive improvement from 1. You're literally going to have glue on the sticks with this, so definitely go ahead and make this adjustment right now. The rest of these settings I have set to default. The only thing I've made a change is switching on automatic tactical sprint, just so I can run around the map a little bit easier. This is definitely a great setting if you are a more aggressive type of player, but again, everything else is going to be default here. Now, under the advanced tab, obviously target aim assist is going to be turned on. My aim assist type is going to be set to default. The only reason I personally have this on default as opposed to precision focusing or black ops like I used to play is because sometimes they do make changes for the aim assist. In the beginning of Modern Warfare 2, they actually nerfed down the black ops aim assist, and in my personal opinion, the last thing I want to go ahead and have to do is have to relearn how to use the aim assist effectively on Call of Duty. So I keep it on default just as a safety measure. And honestly, for those of you who are trying to improve your aim, action, and gun skill, I highly recommend you guys going ahead and doing the same. The aim assist response curve type standard, again, I don't like to mess with these because they could go ahead and make changes at a moment's notice. And the last one to go ahead and do is relearn how to abuse and use the aim assist here. Now, for the dead zone settings, everything here is going to be pretty much dependent on your controller's health. The newer your controller, the older your controller. If you have a newer controller, the less dead zone you're going to have to use. The older controller that has stick drift, the more you're going to have to run. So you're going to have to fine tune this yourself depending on the type of controller you guys are running with. Luckily, with an Xbox Elite, and this is why I recommend these controllers to anybody who's looking for a scuff-like controller, is they have a long shelf life. I've been using the same controller for years now, and it has not given me any stick drift issues. Knock on wood. So I haven't really had to mess with the dead zone settings at all here. And again, everything else can be pretty much the same. Obviously, gyro is turned off because it's an Xbox Elite controller. It does not have the gyro function. These are all going to be the controller settings that we are going to be running with here in Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer at this current time. Now, for the graphics settings, under the view tab, you see I am running on a 120 FOV, and I have matched this with the affected ADS field of view. These two are amazing, absolutely amazing if you're trying to truly improve your aim accuracy as well as gun skill across the board. A lot of people feel that YouTubers, streamers, content creators are all cheating and have anti-recoil devices. It's because they're running on a 120 FOV with affected. This is going to seriously mirror your optic or your iron sight, whatever field of view you're running. So it's in turn going to make everything see and feel like it has less recoil on screen, which is a humongous help. You won't even know how much this is going to help you guys out if you make this change. If you're trying to control recoil, it's visual recoil, not actual recoil, and that's going to be a huge part in improving your aim and accuracy at longer ranges. Everything else here is going to be pretty much on default. I have not messed with the weapon field of view. I keep this at default. Some people like to go ahead and set this at wide. Some people like to set this at narrow. I think default with the affected ADS field of view and 120 are going to be the way to go if you're trying to improve your aim and accuracy at longer ranges. And again, everything else here is going to be the same. Now, quality as well as display settings are gonna be specific for whatever console or PC you have. Because I make content and I have OBS running to record my gameplays, my settings are gonna be very different from yours. I have some things disabled, I have some things enabled, so it's gonna be specifically set up for what type of PC you have or what type of console you are currently playing on. Now, the audio settings are also very important here and often overlooked. Headphones bass boosted is going to be the best setting to run if you have some type of headset or a home theater. I have Astro A40 TRs. If you have any headset that you've picked up within the last 5 years, headphones bass boosted is going to be amazing, allowing you to hear footsteps as well as gunfire. You can seriously position where people are at without having the use of a UAV with this setting enabled. It's going to literally put you in the mat so you can hear where people are coming from footstep wise, and also position gunfire so you can make plays and obviously rotate and set yourself up to be in the best positions possible based off of audio cues, and that is going to be crucial when trying to go ahead and stay alive and win those gunfights. So make the switch right now. Everything else here is me the same. I have my master volume turned up at 100. It's not really a big deal here. Crank it all the way up, especially if you have headphones bass boosted. And again, everything else is going to be pretty much the same under the audio settings. Don't really mess with any of these. They're all set up ready to go right out the box. And then finally, under the interface settings, the only two things you're gonna wanna go ahead and change is go down to your mini map. You're gonna want to make sure this is set to square. Round is gonna be hurting you more than helping you, believe it or not. Square not only is easier to read, it's also going to give more of a mini-map picture so you can see what's going on in the map a lot easier. It's literally going to give you a bigger picture, so that's going to be a huge help when trying to position yourself and also figure out where people are at. So make sure you have this changed to square. And then finally, this is going to be a new addition here. You want to go ahead and you want to go all the way down here. It's kind of hard to see and sometimes you might miss it. Inverted flash here. It's going to actually switch it from that white annoyingness to that kind of darker feel, so it's not going to be as annoying when you get flashbang. But that's going to be all of the settings I recommend you guys going ahead and changing under the interface part of the Modern Warfare 2 settings category. These are going to be the absolute best settings to use after the Modern Warfare 2 Season 3 update. Remember, y'all, if you're trying to drastically improve your aim accuracy as well as gun skill, start off at a 4-4 horizontal and vertical, work your way up to a 6, and switch that ADS sensitivity to 0.75. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like in the vid, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. Been your boy Ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.